Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. We are up to Deal It Up Challenge, the way we kickstart our week around this channel. And it's week 51. We have almost been going a year. So next week will mark the 1 year that this challenge has been going. And I can barely believe that. So very warm welcome to you, whether you're new or whether you've been with me for a while. I hope you stick around and enjoy this wee challenge. Jump in if you would like to. I really love this. I think it's fun. It is a challenge sometimes, which is all good. Just something to kickstart the week, set you off on the creative path, get your brain in gear, you know, all those things. I find I need that at the beginning of a week. So let's take our first stack here. I'm not sure whether I actually showed the shuffling then, whether you could see it, but I've just given them a wee shuffle. And we're going to be using a napkin today, which is great because I did grab one out just in case this came up. So today I've chosen to leave out the stack of cards that dictates what we're going to make. So it's up to you. You can choose to make a journal card, a pocket, a cluster, whatever your heart desires, wherever you feel inclined to go, is what you make. A tag, you know, any of the usual suspects is all good. So feel free to use these prompts to make whatever you need or want. Okay. Oh, where to pick out of these big stack? It's almost too big. It's like, where do I go? There's, you know, let's go in here. Doodles. We're going to be doing some doodling. You might do some new doodles, or you might grab a page that you've already doodled on and rip that up and collage it on, or stick the whole thing on. So I will probably do new doodles. That is so fun to say. Doodles. Doodles. Doodle all day. Sorry, I'm in a really bizarre mood. I've been out all day, come home. I'm super tired, but in that happy tired place. I've just put tea on. We're having roast chicken with all the veggies. Oh, and I just noticed I've got a bit of the sauce from the chicken on my hand. I obviously didn't wash my hands very well, did I? Okay, distraction. Okay, one more little, or maybe a couple little shuffles here, and let's pick our third and final prompt for week 51. I can't decide because there's too many cards to choose from. So a color swatch. Cool, we haven't had this prompt before, so that's something a bit fresh. Okay, I've got to decide what I want to make. The napkin I've grabbed out is this one. Please excuse me, I get on camera, start talking, and my nose starts running. It's so unhelpful, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're dealing with this. We need to do some doodles, so I will probably do that last. Colour swatch. I've got an idea for that. So this picture on this card, I don't know if you can see it, is of a paint chart. So you could use a paint chart as your colour swatch, or you could swatch out your favourite supplies. What do I want to make? That is a question. I might make a tag today. I feel like it's been a while since I've made a tag. In reality, it hasn't really, but that doesn't matter. We're going to go with it. So a base. We need a base. So just having a hunt here. I've got this brown, I believe it's packing paper with bits of shrapnel caught up in it. So let's choose this as our base. I am going to just tear off a bit just to make it more manageable. Pop that aside for a moment. So I'm going to use this edge I just tore as my straight edge and straighten this bit of paper up a bit. So I hope you're all having a great day today. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I had a pretty low-key weekend, I guess. Hubby and I went out for a date, which we haven't done for a while, you know, just to kind of decompress after being away and being super tired and around a lot of people, just to have a nice time out, just the two of us. So we went to the local cafe and had some coffee, and we had a bit of carrot cake that we split between the two of us, and oh my gosh, it was so good. Oh, it was so yummy. And then we did a bit of shopping. So we went to a couple of op shops, and we went to our local like $2 type shop, cheap shop. It's called Dollarama. You know, it's all stuff imported from China, which is fine. As long as you know what it is, then there's no problem really, is there? And I bought just a few little bits and pieces, and I bought some new alcohol markers, ones I didn't have. And I'm thinking maybe I will use my alcohol markers to do a colour swatch. So that's where I was getting to with that big long story. Right, now this is, you know, relatively thin. So I think it will be okay by the time I layer it up. I think it should be okay. But if not, I can just go ahead and put some more paper on the back. But other than that, it is, you know, great for writing. So obviously my napkin is going to be one of the layers. And this is just a 2-ply. So I'm going to, I picked this up while we were out shopping, a packet of these. They were, you know, reasonably cheap. At the supermarket actually, and I just thought, yeah, I'll grab a pack of those. Quite useful for background. I do like a checked pattern, and so I thought that was quite cool. They had red and green, obviously gearing up for Christmas, and I was like, oh, do I buy both? In the end I bought one packet and thought, well, I can always go back and grab the other. They haven't been cut straight, so yes, they weren't expensive napkins at all. Now, do I want to just cover the whole thing in napkin, and then that will be like a full layer? I think I'm going to, just to help start to build up this bit of paper, and make it a bit thicker. Right, so I'm going to start with that. Oh, if I can get the lid off my glue stick. Gosh, that was tough. Must have glued itself shut. So what did you get up to at the weekend? I hope you had a simply fantastic weekend. I had some cards I had to make for an order. I had 3 cards to make, and they needed to be delivered this morning. So yesterday I was making cards because, you know, with being away for the funeral and everything, I hadn't had the opportunity. So yesterday was the day I had to do it. And let me tell you, people, I may have got just a little bit grumpy. I was so tired, and everything I touched was going wrong. Just absolutely everything I touched. I dropped things. I messed up. The amount of times I smudged ink or tried stamping and the stamp wouldn't stamp properly, and it's a good quality stamp, and I was using a stamping platform, and it was just driving me bananas. And then I finally got it stamped out and it moved, and so I ended up with a double image, so I had to start again. And then I wanted to stamp on cardstock, and I grabbed out what I thought was cardstock and was stamping away. And when it went wrong, I flipped it over and started stamping on the other side. And after a bit, I realized it was sticker paper, not what I wanted at all. So I ended up with a wasted bit of sheet of sticker paper. because all the, the stamping that didn't go well. Oh, it was just a day, I tell you. I was grumpy. Hubby kept popping his head in. It's like, how's it going? And I just wouldn't respond, because it's like, just leave me be. Just let me carry on, because it's, if I have to answer every 2 minutes how I'm going, I'm going to explode. I don't very often get like that. And the problem was I was just too tired. And with things going wrong all the time, I just wasn't coping well with it. And I knew I had the choice to respond better, but I was just too tired to pull it out of me. I just couldn't. Oops, what have I done there? Oh, it's right. It was cut off. So yeah, so that was my yesterday. It took me all day, well, apart from the shopping and going out for coffee and cake, took me most of the day to get 3 cards done. Like, oh my gosh, what a mission. But got them done, all delivered today, paid for, good as gold. And the person was very happy. So that was good, because the worst thing is that your frustrations come out in what you make. That's never good. And I was trying to avoid that. I was trying to breathe, enjoy the process outside of the frustrations, so that I wasn't infusing what I was making with that grrr. So she was happy, so that's good. Right, I want to layer this up with more. Strengthen it up. And we've got a very green thing happening at the moment. And I see this green bit of paper sticking out. So do we want to go down this road? A bit of yellow might work. I'm not going to pull out too much. We've got some scraps of digital here that are green. They could be quite pretty, actually. And I think there's one more thing I'm looking for. Maybe the greens are too different, so let's just see what we can do. I really like these scraps of digital, and I think that would be quite cool to use those. There's a little bit of white there, so let's just cut that off. Do I want to cut the tag shape now or after the fact? Maybe after the fact. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Cool little butterfly. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I was saying, I'm just tired. It was a big week going away. It's been a big week after, well, we only been home 2 days before the weekend. No. Sorry, I'm a bit fluffle here. Fluffle, that's my new word for today. Not sure where I want to go with this. So maybe I might just play around and see. Yeah, so it takes me a while. Does that work? Let's try a strip. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. At least I can talk cohesively, I think. Let me know. Let me know if you disagree that I can talk cohesively, because I seriously wouldn't put it past myself right now. This is quite reasonably thick sort of scrapbooking paper, this one. I'm kind of looking at this row of flowers here, and it's like, do I want to put a strip of that? And I think I might, so I'm just going to cut it out, eyeball it, come on, just use it as a little trim on the tag. Squeaky chair. So making smaller scraps here. Turn it around, I think, so I can see what I'm doing. I think that's about straight. Oh, not that bit. And that's not straight across the bottom, so let's straighten that up. Okay, something like that. And that's, yep, sit underneath. And then some sort of focal. And we need a colour swatch, don't we? Okay. Do we want that on white? Maybe? Or I've got this math paper offcuts. We could do it on that. Not sure about the butterfly, I might not end up using it. We shall see. Or do we want to switch it round and pop it over here? I know I'm making a meal out of this, but that's okay. We're just settling back into life in the craft room after being away and everything that's been going on. Maybe I want that, have a torn edge. Tear it down a bit more. Gonna end up with nothing left if I keep going. And that's okay, this is a printable, so you know, it doesn't matter, I can always reprint it. And if we do a swatch down here, okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to do some distressing. And then I've got to also think about doodles. So I'll compose everything, glue it down, and then I'll work in the doodles. And whichever way speaks to me. Okay, I'm going to use tacky glue for that. It's a pretty green that side too, isn't it? Sort of that apple green. Oh, I thought for a second my glue wasn't going to come out, but no, it's all good. So when the glue bottles sit around for a while without being used, as they have been this week, haven't been used, that can clog up a little bit as the glue dries in the nozzle. The edge does not look straight, but I think it's actually the serviette, the napkin, that's not straight. And it's tricking the eyes. So put that on, and now suddenly it's fine. Put that down there. Yeah, might give that a bit of edge as well. Yeah, so I'm still sort of pondering what I'm going to do for the 50-second Deal It Up challenge. And if I hadn't have had to go away for the funeral, what we would be doing for it is probably different to what we will end up doing, because I just haven't got a lot of time left to put things in motion. But I am looking at doing something special to mark the year of having done this challenge. So stay tuned for next week to see what eventuates, because at this point in time I'm not even sure myself. And next weekend will be a relatively busy weekend, because it's my mum's 80th, and there's no party or anything, but we're going out as a family for lunch, and then back to her place in the afternoon, because my eldest brother and his family can't come for lunch. So we go back to my mum's, after lunch, so we can have an afternoon tea, and he'll come in because he's got to work and won't be free until the afternoon. So that will take care of a lot of next weekend, celebrating Mum's 80th. Which will be really, really lovely. It's worth celebrating an 80th, isn't it? It's a important milestone, especially since we've had, you know, a death in the family. My mum's sister-in-law that passed away, my auntie. And it sort of makes you realise when none of us are getting younger, and we should be celebrating these things. Right, so before I glue it on, I'm going to do my swatching. If I can get to my pens. And I'm wondering, do I want to do green? Do I want to do everything green, or do I want to mix it up a bit? I have got 5 greens. Oh, make that 6. This says turquoise green light, but I'm not sure whether that's actually more of a blue. Oh, it's greeny. Okay, so 6 greens. I feel like I don't want to go everything green. You know what I mean? Do I want to inject a little bit of brown in there? That might go with the distressing. Okay, let's just swatch the greens and then we'll see. So that's going to go down that edge. Okay. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and a half. That was super exciting for you, wasn't it? I know. Hearing me count squares on a bit of paper. Absolutely thrilling. And it doesn't really help me. Okie dokie. Let's just go for it. I think I'm going to go, so this one, these are Montmartre alcohol markers, and this one is Mignonette, which I find fascinating. Like, what sort of colour is Mignonette apart from it's green? Ooh. Yep. Can make me high. They are potent, that alcohol smell. This one is lime green. And this is very thin paper, so they are going to bleed, and that's okay. This one is pale green. Some of them I find there's not a huge difference between them. This one is vivid green. Oh, look at that. That's bright and happy, isn't it? I think this one's probably lighter than the other one. This one is the turquoise green light. And forest green is my final green. It's beautiful deep green. I haven't used these a lot yet, these markers. I'm just doing a few little projects. Right, I didn't use the brown. I don't think I'm going to. Oh yeah, a bit stinky in here now with the smell of those. Make sure. Actually, that's quite pretty on the back side, isn't it? But put them on the side. So that's my colour swatch. Sweet. I think I will use glue stick for this though. Yeah, I've only recently got into alcohol markers because, you know, the good quality brands are really expensive, $8 each, and so it takes you a while to build up a usable collection. These ones are only $3 each, and so I've just been quietly grabbing a couple every time I go, you know, however many I've got money for. So with my birthday money this year, I bought quite a few, and that got me started. And then I've just been adding to it. And so when we went shopping on Saturday, which is yesterday because I'm filming this on Sunday, I bought 4 new ones. And that forest green, that last one I did, this one is one of the new ones. It's really nice deep dark green. Okay, I didn't distress it. Oh well, it's too late now. It's too late now. Let's pop you. I just want to put the butterfly on. I don't know why. Just let's go with it. No rhyme or reason. It's using up a scrap. The chicken in the oven is making a really weird noise. It's almost a squeaky noise. It must be some air escaping or something as it starts the cooking process. It's very weird. Okay. And I didn't distress it either. Oh well, too late now. Right. Okay, I think I want to make the tab shape now. Now, is that it's still quite thin through there. I might end up putting this on another bit of paper. Let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, it's already quite gluey. Turn it over. Yeah, I'm not happy with that little thin patch where that napkin is, so let's just double layer this brown paper and then I'll cut the tag shape. Just a little tacky glue on there as well, just to make sure it's all nicely stays in place. Pretty sure that's it. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was a straight edge, but never mind. We can make it straight. So yes, I am now in a crazy mood, whereas yesterday I was in a grumpy mood. I don't usually stay grumpy for very long. But I don't like being grumpy. Doesn't matter whether it lasts 10 minutes or a whole day, I don't like it. But you know, when you're in a grump, it's really hard to pull yourself out of it. Well, I find that anyway. And my own space helps, you know, not having to answer questions or anything. But yesterday, of course, hubby was around, and, you know, I love my hubby. But when I'm grumpy, I just need to be left alone to sort myself out, because I'm not pleasant company. Who is when they're grumpy? It's just a fact of life. We all get grumpy from time to time. But I am normally an optimist. I'm normally quite cheerful. But yeah, yesterday I just needed some time alone to get done what I needed to without the added pressure of someone watching me as well. Most of the time he was doing things like he changed the oil on the car yesterday. He did 4 loads of washing. He mowed the lawns. So like, he wasn't hanging over me. But when he did come in and check how I was doing, it was like, just go back and do something else. I'm not nice company right now. And it started off so nice the day with going out for coffee and cake, and then went sideways on me. But there you go. Imagine what it would have been like if we hadn't have had that nice time out. Probably, well, may have been worse, may have been better, because maybe it like added to my tiredness with going out and doing some shopping and stuff. But anyway, that was nice. And I found a really good find. I'll show you when I've done with this. Remind me. Right, going to put a hole here. Yep, that's much sturdier. Happy with that now. Let's go about there. Right, do I want to do anything else before I add doodles? No, I probably would need a focal point, but I think I'll do doodles first so that I can then layer over top of the doodles if I so want. So a Sharpie pen. Trying to think now, what doodles do I want to do? Oh, I don't know. Don't think don't think about it too much. Just do. But I don't know what I want to do. Okay, let's do a little scallop edge here when all else fails. I like doodling, but sometimes just getting started, I think, making that first mark and not being afraid of ruining things, working out what you actually want to do. You know, it's good not to overthink things, but sometimes you just know you need to make a decision, and it's that thinking process that becomes tough. Do I want to do that on both sides? Yeah, why not? So just a simple little scallop. And you can go crazy with your doodles. You can go all over, or you can keep it simple and just do a little something or a couple of little somethings, whatever you're comfortable with. You know, it could be a flower, just doodling a flower, or some stars. I think adding doodles to something, you know, is just another way of making it yours. Imagine somebody receiving something that you've hand doodled on. I think that's really cool, to doodle on something and give it away. Okay, so I've done that. Do I want to do anything else? I think I might do like a faux stitch. I'm not going to be sewing this, so I'm just going to do like little dashes to make like sewing stitches around the edge. Oh, my tummy's gurgling. do apologise if you could hear that. So we were up at my husband's parents' church today for the church service and for the shared lunch afterwards. So that was a nice time. Good food, good conversation. So we didn't get home till much later than we normally would from a church service. So the pen blurs a little on the serviette, and that's okay on the napkin. Just the way the pen reacts with the different papers. So I think I'll just do the stitching line, and that will be the doodles. And then let's look whether we want to put a focal image or label or something on it as well. So if you don't have a sewing machine or you don't want to sew, this can be a really good option to get that effect. I don't think I'll put stitching over this flower border here, or flower, what am I trying to say? That bit. Let's just leave it at that bit. Here we go, going to get more blurry black there on the serviette. So in New Zealand we call these serviettes, and I know in like America you call them napkins, so that's why I switch between the two. I try and use the term napkin, but then find myself saying serviette because that's what we normally call them. Right, that's going to be my doodling, just some little basic things. Almost thinking like a nice flower up here or something would be nice. Have I got something tallish and narrow? This one hasn't printed out well. That was when my printer was playing up. It's not bad, but it's a bit wider than what I'm looking for. I don't think these are going to fit the bill. Maybe this one. Hang on. Maybe we have a winner. What about that one? Do we like that one? I mean, we like it, but do we like it on this? I think we can make it work. So these flowers are from Artzology on Etsy. Really good set, lots and lots of flowers in it. And label. So I'm thinking of using one of my labels out of my new digital kit. Could go green. Thinking one of the half-size ones. So I'll put the full-size ones aside. Upside down. What about a circle? What colour would we like? We could do brown actually, or green, but let's try a brown one. Just need to cut it out. Round and round, this little ring of flowers. Oops. Oh, come on, pick it up. No, I don't like the round. Okay, back to the drawing board. Maybe it's the colour that was wrong, but we've got black here, so maybe we need to go black. And let's try this one. These might not work on this, but just wondering whether I've got too much going on might be the problem. So if this one doesn't work, I won't cut out any more, because you don't want to see me try a bazillion of them and having to cut out all of them, because I haven't got any ready cut. Oh, that's not straight. Maybe the size, maybe it actually needs to be smaller. Okay, one more, I promise, just one more, and I'm going to go with the smallest size and see, just see. Because look, aren't they cute? Just in this little baby size, I think they're so cute. And I'm just going to go, for ease, this one up here. So I'm not trying to cut in right into the middle. So this is my floral labels set available on Etsy, in case you haven't caught up with that. You know what I think it is? I think it might be the white. Fiddling, I know, I'm taking forever. That I like, but I'm going to try and see what it's like if I give it a little bit of dirt, you know, aka vintage photo. Just grubby it up a little bit. Put it on here, and I'm gonna just give it a light dusting and tone down that white a little bit. I'm not pressing super heavy, and I didn't refresh my sponge with ink, so just taking that white out a bit. Yes, that's it. I am so much happier with that. It was the white. And possibly the size too. I'm just going to put that right there. Give this a little ink round, and then I do believe we are done. So sorry, it was a bit of a mission to get there, but you know, you keep pressing on, you do get there in the end. So if you've stayed to watch the whole thing, I do thank you for being here with me. I would love if you want to give this a go. Jump in and please share your makes with me if you would like to. I would love to see what you make. You can do that in Visual Vibes and on Facebook, my Facebook group, or you can tag me on Instagram. Use the hashtag DealItUpChallenge. Ooh, am I going to gouge out my glue stick? Let's give it a go. Or tag me, VisualizedNZ, on Instagram, so I can see your beautiful work. I would love to see. Alright, I think I succeeded without getting glue everywhere. Cool. So one last thing we need to do is just dress it around the edges. So I won't do the back, I'll do the back off camera. I'll just do the front so you can actually see what it looks like finished. Oh, I suppose we should put something in our hole before I count it finished. Right, bit of sponge crumbs there. Right, what would I like to put in the hole at the top? Wee bit of lace. Just want a wee, no, that's too wide and stiff to go through that hole, I think. Just want a wee snippet of something. What about this? Oh, if I can get it out. It's a longer piece than I thought. It is wide, but can I get it through there? Gonna see. Right, and think like that, and then just tying it, like tying it round with something else. And I just see this little bit of baker's twine here, and it's yellow, so I think that'll work well with the greens. Just going to tie a little piece around. Just tie it in a knot, I think. There we go, and trim off. There we go. Cute. There is my tag. So to refresh, prompts are napkin. So we used that on the background, and we haven't got a lot of it showing, but that's okay as long as it's there. Doodles. So I just did some faux stitching around the edge, and then our little scallops down the side of this piece, and our colour swatch down the side here. So that's what I made, this Deal It Up challenge number 51. What are you going to make, my friend? Share it if you would like. I'd love to see it. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.